Right away, I will call upon one of us to give us an opening prayer as we kick off with this program. Obani alimu omwoyo mungi.
Esther.
Oyo liizi sisobola mugambako. Webwetyo bwe twonoona.
Astar ina.
Arafati mwononefu nnyo. Wamaseeka. Salongo tuwe ku kisaala.
Salongo ki?
Abungerezi bali munine Fema masaba ube atwera Nengome keshisha no shefe masaba.
Thank you so much. Hello, and let the public know that this is Girls Rising with Astar95. We are here to let you know so that you can let the public know that Girls Rising with Astar95 has a purpose. And that purpose we are going to know later on from the remarks of the different people that are seated right before you here. We are here to unveil to you the number of artists that we've signed or we are working with on the D-Day, that is 7th December, as we take on this show. We are also here to unveil to you the sponsors that have gotten on board abagenda okukolagana naffe era aba sponsors abo abamu mubategedde n'abamu mugenda bategeera olunaku olwaleero. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, to unveil to you the roadmap tutya bwe tugenda okutambuza project eno from today, because ebisinga bibaddenga mu ngambo. You've been hearing Girls Rising, but you have never gotten an official communication from this side. And of course, there are many questions that I believe that many of you have. Today we are here to answer those questions. Many things have been said about Girls Rising. Today we are here to answer all those questions. So just organize your questions. Mubere ready, tugenda kuddamu ebibuuzo ebyo. Ebibuuzo ebyo mugenda bidirectinga eri Esther, mugenda bidirectinga eri MT Records, mugenda bidirectinga eri ba sponsors baffe, mugenda bidirectinga eri abayimbi be tulikola nabo, mugenda bidirectinga eri ffe ng'abateesiteesi b'ekivvulu kino over this show. Once again, I want to thank you olw'okujja n'okuhonoringa invitation yaffe n'okukkiririza mu Astar95 that she has built a journey, and so since she started that journey tebadde nyangu nnyo, naye olunaku watuuse olunaku olwaleero, I think there is something to count nti atuwadde music omulungi, music that can relate with all of us, music that we can relate with our kids and our family, music ataliimu kwesitaza kwonna. So I believe that is the artist that some of these big sponsors are ready to jump on with. It is the reason we have MTN here. It's the reason we have KCB, because of her reputation. Her reputation stands so much before you today. I want to thank her for being that kind of artist. Nabangate yeswaza, because we wouldn't be here, all of us. Thank you so much, Esther.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Astar95. I'm thrilled to see all of you here today, and I also want to take the opportunity to let you know that I'm already excited. I do not know, I have a lot to say, especially about Girls Rising and about where Girls Rising has come from. There has been a lot that has been said, and probably you really want to know what exactly all this is about. First of all, I'm going to, I think, take you through where Girls Rising came from, with the permission of PRO. Yes, please, thank you. So, first of all, I'm going to take us through where Girls Rising came from, where it was born, and how we get here. A lot has been said about the event, and there are a lot of contradicting stories behind the event. And I want to let everyone know that today I stand before you as not just Astar95, but I'm a mother, I'm a teacher by profession, and I'm a Christian that believes in God. I'm also a socialist. I'm a feminist, although I do not fight men. But I believe in growth, I believe in inclusivity, I believe in attaining success on a clean sheet. Girls Rising started last year. Our first edition happened on the 16th of December at the Organ Museum. And I had so many artists on board. But for last year's event, we prioritized the girls to headline because it is called Girls Rising. It was an event that flagged off Girls Rising. But okay, I think okay, I want to agree with the journalists. I don't know whether I'm supposed to remove my shades.
No, go on.
Okay. They're telling me that I'm looking like a terrorist. So I just need to be sure. Okay. In the year 2023, in September, I summoned someone called Gibbs and MC Liz. I summoned Gibbs and MC Liz to an idea that I had thought about. I had been in the industry from the year 2019, but I had been a backup artist and also doing my music directly. And at that point, I felt like our industry was not moving the way I had imagined in my head. I felt like I was in position to do something better for the industry. So I talked to Gibbs and MC Liz and I told them, you know what? I think we can do something at a local level that can grow and become like a festival for the industry. Because we have a lot of raw talent and undiscovered talent that we could put out there using the artists that are already blooming and also incorporate very many other activities into this idea. My major my major kind of thought was, I was thinking about every other person home. Being an artist, of course, I thought about all the other artists. The difference between some artists and some of us is some of us have professions and others do not have. But music is also a profession. People are making a lot of money out of it compared to us who are in class teaching. So I thought that if I nurtured this, it would actually pay off compared to what I'm always doing and expecting a salary at the end of the month. So when I talked to Gibbs and MC Liz about it, I did not give them basic details because sometimes I feel like they can always morale boost me, but they cannot give me action points. So I had to look around for people that could help me move. At that particular point in time, I was in very good books with Mr. Stuma Jeff, my brother Isaac King, and Miss Amsosi Ibra from Time FM. So 2 weeks into September, I talked to Musosi Ibra about the event and I told him, you know what, I want to have this event that is going to give a platform to all of us back home. Because in Mbale we do not have a superstar yet. Because there is nobody that is driving. No one is directly making money out of music. We could be pretending, but most of us need the money out of our music. And we have good music, quality music, we have the talent, and we need to reap from it. Before we become signposts, that people begin saying, Esther yaimbanga, naenga chaimba taina chalagayo. So I talked to Mr. Msosi Ibra and I told him I intend to do an event. He asked me, do you have money? I told him I don't have money. He did not ask me how I intend to raise the money for the event. He told me now, if you do not have money, just quit. Don't even think about it. Postpone that thought until you get money. So one evening, I'm not sure whether it was at Club Tangier or it was at the Creative Market, I casually interacted with Isaac King and I told him, Ogenda hosting the biggest event of the year. He told me, like, why would you say that? I said, I have something in mind. He said, okay, we can actually find time and talk about it. So we agreed that would actually involve Mr. Stuma Jeff. The reason as to why I reached out to only these people and left out every other person was, one, at that point in time I was in good books with them. Two, they had had about 2 events in the year. That was the Elgon Festival and also Shishalo that had happened, and I felt like they had the expertise I needed on an event. I had never done an event in my life, but this is just a lady that is having these pictures in her head going on, and I needed someone to help me actualize those pictures in my head. So I did not meet Mr. Stuma in the first place. I made a call to him and it was around midday, between 11 a.m. and midday. I talked to him about it and he says, okay, I think I would love to do that. And then he asks me a question, are we taking over this event or we are only partnering with you? And I clearly stated that he was only going to be a partner. But I had intentions of working with them for a long time, because these were, I must say, I think they're like co-founders of this idea, the event. So he says, okay, we can actually meet. And our first meeting happened at the museum with Isaac King, where we looked at the calendar of events in Mbale in the whole of December. Some events did happen and others did not happen. But fast forward the event, we come to packaging of the event. It was me still, Isaac King and Mr. Stuma. We talk about packaging of the event, we look at the brand name and everything. We had very many suggestions, including feminine branch and Astar for girls, but of course we zeroed down to Girls Rising with Astar. And that is what we agreed on, and we decided to push that. Now at that point in time, I'm not going to lie to you people here, I did not have a shilling on me. But I know, using my social capital and the people that I'm working with, this was an idea that is helping every other person, and I know very many people that would love to jump on such ideas to help the young people. So we decided to package it as a girls event because it was led by me. I was the brain behind it, I have the blueprints, and that is why in the second edition you're seeing gentlemen on the posters or the artworks. So the event happens successfully because we did not postpone a date or any other thing. Of course, we encountered many other challenges along the way, and I'm going to clearly tell you that every table that was purchased, I was literally on the street. For those of you that were in Mbale, I was on the street in the company of Musosi Ibra sometimes, Isaac King, MC Liz, Gibson, and the other girls that were on the team at that time, pushing the event. We were hawking our tickets door to door, and that is how people bought. And one of the people that bought the events happens to be my manager as we speak right now. So the event happened. I will not say that we made a lot of money out of it because I was not there at the entrance. But I know we did not walk away empty-handed. We had an artist, Carol Casita, who came to beef up the event, and of course the girls from Mbale graced the event, and it was amazing. Being the first event, it happened beyond my expectation, and I was really happy. We did not make money out of it, and I must say I got 800,000 as my payment from Mr. Jeff Stuma, and this 800,000 shillings was supposed to also pay the other people that I had booked as me. On my end, I had also booked some people. I had a DJ coming in, I had DJs coming in, and I had MCs, I had artists. And I must tell you that I did not pay them. Because we had a DJ that came, and what we had agreed literally took more than a half of what I was paid. And I had to hire an outfit for myself, I had to do makeup, I had to get shoes, I had to get my nails done to look good for the event. And the 800,000 had to cover all those expenses. I'm not saying that he stole. I don't want to accuse anyone. He played his part, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm really grateful that they woke up every single day to make sure that the event happens amidst the problems we were facing, all the challenges. I do not want to disrespect anyone because they played their part, and that is how Girls Rising is here today. Well, fast forward, my manager, by then I did not know him. He even bought a table. I had just known, someone had told me about him, but I really didn't know who he was. We had never met, and someone shared a screenshot of him telling him that they should get a table at Astar's event. He wanted to support because somehow I had also reached out to him, and although we were not interacting, I was not always out to him, but somehow he got to buy a table and he came to the event. He supported us, and after the event, he sent me a message in December and he asked me, I would really love to help push your talent because I've seen you on the streets. How can I help you? Now, all of you who attended the Girls Rising last year witnessed a very bad performance from me because I did not have quality time to rehearse with the band, but also the band did not give me the kind of delivery I expected from them because we had performed with them on several events prior to Girls Rising. So, I was unhappy, and at the end of the day, one thing I was sure was either I would get a loan off my salary or I would do everything it takes for me to buy my own band. So I tell Mr. M. Nkunda, I would love to have band. I would love to have machines for live band. He told me, okay, I'm going to think about it and I'm going to get back to you. A few weeks later, we become friends, of course, because I mean, when someone shows you that he really supports what you're doing, you would not keep them as a stranger. You would love to know about him. So we keep interacting here and there, sharing experiences and him advising me. And before I realize, he tells me I've really given it a thought, and I've been in football, I've pushed my brothers, but I'm also passionate about music. I could have that too on board. I would love to, maybe we could start a record label. And of course everything could come handy with a record label, meaning there would be a studio, there would be live band, and everything would be sorted. So, of course I loved that. I'd never been in management, I'd never shot a video. For those of you who know me, my first videos were shot by someone called Mr. Nume Muhammad. Most of you know him as Don Medi. I'm so grateful for that. I don't take that for granted. He shot my first 2 videos that played on NTV in 2016. And since then, I'd never shot a video. So when Mr. Nkunda tells me about getting me onto a record label, I was very excited before any other thing. And on the day I signed my papers with him or the contract, one thing he kept telling me was, are you sure you want to sign this? I told him I want to sign this. He told me, please go through it, or you can invite a lawyer friend to go through it with you. I told him I don't want. He asked me why. I told him it is on rare occasions that artists get signed here with someone that is as passionate as you are and someone that is as consistent as you are. And from the time I got into management in MT Records in April 2024, there has been unmatched consistency, dedication, and I do not know, selflessness from my manager amidst the criticism and the negative energy. So, fast forward, I invite the people that I worked with at Girls Rising, and I tell him, actually they had reached out to him, but of course I had also recommended them somewhere during one of our conversations. And he told me, yeah, the people you told me about are also really interested in working with us. That is how we sign people, and that is how you people get to see the pictures of us having the people that are not unfortunately part of us today. My intention was not to scrap anyone off Girls Rising, much as I made the first move to talk to them about Girls Rising, the event. I wanted to work with them because I do not take that for granted. So they came on board as a marketing team because they have expertise knowledge about marketing artists. We all know Mr. Jeff Stuma had a record label earlier, Baba Navasha. And he had done a tremendous job for the artists he had. We would all love that. I'm sure all artists would love to have such a manager like Mr. Stuma at that time. So us having him on board as one of our major marketeers was nothing but a pleasure. We all anticipated that this was going to end in hits and us becoming stars and us representing the region worldwide. So they come on board and we start working together. I have a manager that is very outspoken, and if he thinks about something, he will tell you. Even when he sees you and you're not smart, he'll tell you, but you know what, today, you're not looking good. Maybe you can do better next time. So from his being outspoken, he interacts with someone called Musosi Ibra, being one of the people on the record label, taking care of our media. He tells me, I intend to organize Girls Rising ahead of time. We need to make plans because December is not far, and this is around May. So before that, he had asked me to give him basic information about Girls Rising. He was interested in knowing whether it was my idea or another person's idea. He was interested in knowing who did what, how, when, why, and which way they did it. So I gave him that basic information and I told him this was my idea. And I believe that by law, unless otherwise, I am the sole, I must say, I'm the CEO, let's say, of Girls Rising. Because I'm the vision bearer, I made the first move to engage all these people to come together so that we could have the event happen. So when Mr. Ibra or Mr. Musosi had my manager telling him that the record label was interested in taking on the organization of the event Girls Rising, he talked to Mr. Stuma. This should have been a rumor, but of course the rumor got into our ears, and I'm here to say nothing but the truth. So when Ibra tells Mr. Stuma about the event, Mr. Stuma summons me for a meeting. He sent me a long message and he tells me I would love to meet you. So I moved to Club El Tangier. I remember it was a Monday. At around 11 a.m. I meet Mr. Stuma and he tells me about his intentions of us organizing Girls Rising, but of course with my management excluded. Now I am an artist who is under a record label. Which record label you are a part of? And as an artist, I bequeath all my responsibilities, and as an artist, everything that I did last year, I handed it over to my manager. Now, I believe that there was no way my management would be excluded from an event that I say is mine, or that I know is rightfully mine. So I tell Mr. Stuma, in the long run, I do not really look at excluding anyone from the event. But there is no way my manager or my management will be out of this event. However, we had agreements that I still intend to honor, because we had worked before my management came into the picture. But now that the management is there, my management will speak on my behalf, because there are things I don't even understand. If you tell me that there was some money that was made last year and there were losses, I'm not an accountant to understand that. For crying out loud, I'm a teacher of literature and English. I don't understand mathematics well. The only mathematics I know is counting money. The rest I don't know. So, about the losses and profits that were made at Girls Rising, I also got a meager salary, money that was meant to pay over 20 people, and I got 800,000 shillings. That was also meant to cater for my outfits and every other responsibility. But I did not complain, because in our meetings, we did not have anything like we are making money at the moment. Fast forward, where the contradiction starts from, we are organizing for Girls Rising, and my management is in the picture, and they had asked me that they wanted the event to go on without my management. So I thought, as a person, and the kind of engagement I had with my former event organizer, Mr. Stuma, was not really interesting. As a person that is learned, I started reading between the lines, and I understood where this could end. We went ahead and reserved the name Girls Rising with Astar95 with the Uganda Registration Service Bureau. Before I know about it, I received another long message telling me about how the lawyer had informed Mr. Stuma that the organization was registered. If I'm to read between the lines, these gentlemen collected themselves without also my notice and went and registered the event. When they reached there, they were disappointed. They decided to turn the disappointment to me. Now, being a woman, I do not want to cheat or be unfair. We had a meeting, and then I told them, we started this together, and I promise you that we are going to end this together. But when we have an organization like Girls Rising that does not intend to make any profits, this is not registered by shares. There is nothing like shareholder. It is CEO and then other members on the team. Now, if we are talking about the event, of course we still intend to work together, and we have what they call a memorandum of understanding that could bind us. This is very legal. If we have lawyers in the house, the gentlemen refused the memorandum. They say they want to be directors. Would you make someone to be a director after them going behind your back to register an organization? For crying out loud, I'm 1 against 3. So we did not agree. We went back to emails. We'll share the emails, I believe, after this press conference. They kept intending they want to become directors, and I kept insisting that, being the first person, I reached out to them and I collected them to talk about this event. So I remained the CEO and I stood my ground. So this was buying a lot of our time, because we intended to start pushing Girls Rising ahead of time. Like, you know, we intend to do skilling in communities and very many other things. So this kept taking a lot of our time. We kept doing conversations for about 2 weeks, and they were not fruitful. We decided, now my management decided to out the artwork we intended to have, so that we can keep interacting, and maybe we can come to an understanding that let's agree to work under a memorandum of understanding. Because when you have a memorandum, you're legally binded and you have a say as well. So when our artwork comes out, the gentleman quarrel that why was the event shifted from Elgon Museum to Thatch. when the date was very free. The organism did not have an event happening on that day. They have a free venue in simple terms. The day was not booked. And why are they taking this show they are part of to Thatch Gardens? My management had reasons why we were taking the event to Thatch Gardens. We all know that sometimes when it rains, the place becomes a bit disgusting for people to go there. That is why we shifted it there. No other reason. Before I realized, our friends from the creative market were not happy with this. And that is as far as I know about Girls Rising. Now, Girls Rising is an event that we created or started with an intention to amplify voices, to give a platform, but also engage the young people in a growing world. When I say girls, I am a teacher of literature, and in my kind of understanding, I understand it as a figurative kind of language. That when you're a mother, you give birth to both girls and boys. And we all know that the mothers love their male children more than the female. Now, for us as mothers, we advocate for what they call inclusivity. Because if we only empower the girls, how will the men handle empowered women? We all know empowered women, sometimes we get very unruly. So we need empowered men as well. So Girls Rising is here to amplify voices, take us through skilling, because I realize that most of us graduate from school and we are looking out for white collar jobs which are not there. So people that are actually doing skills are earning more than us and are occupied compared to us. So this is what we intended to do in society, create impact, a positive impact on the life of young people. Being an artist, I've seen people that are talented in not only music but other spheres of life. So we intend to see, when we say rising, it is of course helping someone grow positively. And that is all I know about Girls Rising. You've seen us in schools. We have been doing career guidance and counseling, taking children through menstrual hygiene and reproductive health, financial literacy, amongst others. And also the people that are not in school, we are taking them through skilling. I've been sharing on my social platforms, bana baka ananga balikukola zibaga, balikukola zingato, mumikono jawe. In 2-3 weeks we have been able to achieve that. Ati muimagining if Girls Rising exists for more than just 1 year, how much can we achieve? I believe kunyakwada balakubi tubiga linalo. So from me to you, I do not have any other thing to say, but let us support the cause. This is here for a cause. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with putting any other person down. But this event is here to promote inclusivity. And if girls are going to rise, kakulikuza kulekerera bana bamasaba basinde kusigala aswadwe kwefe kuni kurising, and we have to rise with you, because ba producer befe mu studio boss basinde mubaye producer mudweno mukana paye producer mu Canada atumuta akolera tena mwenyo malo tandike kumwise ya asi. That is impossible. Chimaisa chuba walumire mukono gukudisa. So kulikuza kukulanga kukula fesizana in every sphere, and we are very open to learning, very open to adjustment and every other thing. Now to this year's event, we have not done every other activity that we intended to do. We have only done a few, but of course this is going to run throughout the time we shall be in existence. As long as God keeps us alive and healthy, we shall be doing these activities every year, not only seasonally but every year. There is only one other thing that I want to talk about, and that is the talents in Mbale, because I have nothing. My business is in the eastern part of Uganda at Ebujisu as a whole. That is why I have not left my brothers out. Papalova, Shanjo, Nofia, Rexy, Inspector Jill, and the girls, of course, Imike, Susan Wetete, and others. We are going to rise as a whole. I do not want us politicizing this. From the bottom of our heart, if there is anyone musically existing in this industry, we want to rise with them. And we want to wish everyone nothing but the very best. Because kastom masabenyo karudo enaza kumbale sesa ajikuba. Yes, ndikuga na mupe ibendere jiwambe. Next year ngakwama lile kukuba Thatch Gardens. Come in numbers so that we can announce our next date for Baleses next year. Because there is power in unity. There is power in working together, and there is power in believing in each other. I just want to say one last thing. I don't know whether I've forgotten. I will be reminded. But I want to appreciate from the bottom of my heart. You see, it has rained, and I'm an artist. I want to thank Mr. Moses Tumuhechi Nkunda. He's one of a kind. He's the first person in the history of Uganda to manage an artist from Mbale. Ngakamanya esa akuza kwa misa silingi, esa akuza kuzisawo, nega aloma chidonatu, we are going to make it. There has been a lot of propaganda about him, but I do not really care. One thing I know is that there are good people in this world, and he's one of them. Aganisa buli muimbi we Mbale kuba bulai. That is why there are all artists in Mbale on that poster. And I'm promising you that no one was convinced. People have decided to work with us because we are here annually. We've supported them. We've been there with them. We are pushing the cause. This management is not about Astar95. My manager keeps saying, Zendi manager wa buli omu. And sometimes I keep telling him, you know, don't overtrust us. Faba embi tuli bazibu. Tugenda kukuba oluseke. Tugenda kukuba oluseke pako chijemu difference. But he says, no, we are all young people. And I know that if I light your candle, tomorrow if mine blows out, you are going to help me light mine. So I want to thank you, sir, from the bottom of my heart. That thank you for lighting my candle. Thank you for shining my light. I was an artist that was very heartbroken, and for some reason I had lost hope. And I must say that today I promise you guys nothing but fire, because I have all the fire. Kukuza kukubenongo paka bachituseme njawulo. I promise you that we have a lot of music coming. And you know, I'm a very talented artist. No one needs to tell me that. I know that. Before any other person knows that you're talented, you must believe in yourself. And I so believe in myself, and I'm going to represent this land together with my friends. I'm not going alone. Thank you so much.
Kati banzikiriza okukozesa Oluganda olw'okubanza okusinga njagala nnyo abantu baffe olw'okubanga abantu abasinga okwetanira embeera eno ey'amasanyu n'okudigida bantu baffe aba bulijjo. Mugamba abaagalira ddala ky'oba oyogedde kuuleko interpretation, si kyekyo. Oba olaba nnyumirwa nnyo okukozesa olulimi luno Olugisu nga y'omu ajja dutegeera teri Mugisu atawulira Luganda nedda. Amannya agoogedde nze Superintendent of Police Tayitika Rogers, era ayogera poliisi mu bitundu bya Bugisu wano. Njagala obbasiima ba artist baffe bazze bakola kyattendo okulaba nga baleeta essanyu n'okuyigiriza abantu baffe. Ekyo tukisiima. Girls Rising y'ensonga etuleese wano, era nabo batusuubiza nti nga 7 bajja kubeera nga basanyusa abantu baffe. Ekyo kirungi, naye nga ffe security twagala otwala omukisa guno okubategeeza nti kiri on record nti wano mu Bugisu ffe nga security tugikwata nga etteeka we ligamba. Abasirikale baffe abatali ku uniform n'abali ku uniform bajja kubeerawo nga basecuringa omukolo guno okulabika nga tuguggusa bulungi, era nkakasa nti abantu bonna abeeteeka okugezaako okukola engeri eyinza okuleetawo obumenyi bw'amateeka tubalabula okusigalayo ewaka kyekisinga obukulu, olw'okubanga bajja kubeera bakwatibwa nga tebazze sanyuka, nga tebazze kwetaba na kuyiga. Tejja kubeera kulonsalonsa, tujja kubeera nga tubakwata. N'ekirala, security tekolebwa police oba UPDF oba prison ziyokka, nedda eteeka okubeera team okuggusa ensonga ya security mu kitundu. Era kati njagala okoola abantu bonna, all stakeholders, ne ba artist bennyini n'abajja okunyumirwa ku concert eno egenda okubeerawo nga 7, babeere nga bali vigilant, babeere nga balaba ekintu kyonna ekiyinza okuleetawo embeera etali nnambulukufu oba etali nnungi. Baviireyo ddala babeere nga baloopa eri security, tulabike nga twerespondinga mangu nnyo. Naye n'ekirala kyenjagala okubagamba nti ffe on record nga mu Bugisu sub-region domestic violence of course on record, ate tuze tulaba nti ebintu nga okusanyuka we kubeerawo, abakyala, abawala, abasajja tebainfomingako of course, abamu tebainfominga abantu baabwe bewaka, n'olabira ddala ng'omuntu abadde mu kunyumirwa azzeeyo tabadde mu birala naye ate nga taripootinze eri abantu baalina awaka, okumaliriza nga domestic violence ebaddewo okwekuba omuntu nti wabaddewa ate nga wagenze mu kusanyuka. Ffe twagala obbagamba nti woba otambula tegeezaako muno nti olwaleero nga 7 ngenze ABCD, n'abewaka babeerewo nga bakusuubira nti toliiwo oli awantu we watyo, olw'okuba we mbabuulirako statistics kati ze tulina nga mu sub-region okuviira ddala mu January okutuukira kanjogere ku kitundu kya mwaka, sijja kumalayo olw'okubanga tukyaliwo n'ennaku okumalako omwaka. From January omwaka guno okutuukira ddala mu gwa omukaaga tulaba nga domestic violence tulimu more than 300 okulaba. So ffe twagala okulaba nga tuziyiza embeera eyo okubeerawo, communication matters, era twagala obbakakasa nti oba ojja mu kunyumirwa concert eno you have to share information. Olina okubeera nga obeera mu concert paka obudde okukya. Tuze tukiraba nti abantu abakyamu batayiminga abantu baffe nga baba mu kunyumirwa. Of course concert ewedde saawa 11 ewedde, actually abamu bayinza okusalawo nti saawa 7 zenfuluma nga concert kyagenda maaso, obeere ng'okozesa obukubo obukyamu obuli isolated. Eno gye tusanga abantu abakyamu okumaliriza nga abakyala, abawala baba rapinze, baba defilinze, n'abantu abamu okufiirwa obulamu bwaffe. Tugamba nga security nti kiri wise obeera oli mu concert ng'eno oteekeddwa okubeera nga obeera indoors paka concert ekuwe, kikumenya kyo obutalinda obudde obwo bukoleki busaasaana odde ewaka. N'ekirala bwetuba encouraginga nti oba olemereddwa at least genda ku nearest police, olinde. Teri poliisi yonna yonna ejja kugaana kugamba nti tobeera wano obudde bukeere olyoke ogende nga wali kiriya. Abo beera batugamba bakuganye. So kyetulina okukola, I mean ekirubira mu kino twagala kusecuringa abantu baffe okusigala nga bali bano, olw'okuba mandate yaffe nga security egamba tulina basecuringa mwe n'ebintu bano. So bwe tuluzinga any individual tuba tukoseddwa kinene, olw'okuba kati ne GTP I mean ne jamba ku GDP ya gwanga tuba tugikotogera, olw'okuba omuntu ng'oyo aba atiddwa oba atuusibwako ekikyamu ayinza okubeera nti akoseddwa, okubeera nti atuyamba. So ffe njagala okukakasa nga maliriza nti bwe tuli teri kijja tugaana nga tukwataganidde wamu okulaba nga tusecuringa omukolo guno abantu baffe bagende mu maaso okunyumira. So njagala actually bayita nti bajje naye nga bazze n'omutima oguli discipline. Discipline etegeera nti buli kyoba ozza okukola, buli kintu kyogenda okukola kijja kubeera nga kikusobozesa okumalako ekyo kyoteekeddwa okubeera nga wenyigiddemu. Njagala okusiima aba girls rising okubeera nti ate batuyise naffe ne tubeera part of you, era kansuubire nti tujja kusigala nga tukolera wamu neyanziza.
Magombe is my name, ndi Mukisu bamasaba mwezi mwenayo. I'm with our colleague Nicholas Chiboni as KCB Bank. KCB Bank, I'll introduce briefly. It is a regional powerhouse. We're in Uganda, we're in Kenya, we're in Tanzania, we're in Rwanda, we are in Sudan. It is older than all of us here, I'm very sure. No one is 100 years here. As KCB, we believe in empowering the girl child, and as why we're here is because of course Girls Rising, and we believe in working with girls, because when you empower the girl child, you'll empower a home, and a home is the oldest organization that we all know of in the history of life. The more organized homes are, the more better we shall be economically. So basically, as Girls Rising, we're here to work together with Girls Rising, and they are our customers. We are proudly working with them. They bank with us, and thank you for choosing KCB Bank. Girls Rising is not only about the CEO, it's more than the CEO. So we're looking beyond the CEO. All the girls out there, like she mentioned, girls who are doing tailoring, girls who are working groups. We have products that match along that. When you have a group, registered group, you can open up an account with us, and then we can support that group. If you're saving with us, we can support the ideas that you're having. Say maybe you're doing tailoring, we can come in to support. We can do the training. We can basically work together and make it a better business thing. Apart from the whole talent thing and girls, we have a lot that we do at KCB Bank. If you have a contract and maybe you are constrained, you're unable to finance this contract, you can come at KCB Bank. We have a product called contract finance. Contract finance will give you up to 70% of the value of that contract. Like she said, she has signed up a contract with MK, and if you need some support, like in terms of financing, you can always reach out to us, and we are able to support you in financing, and later on you can pay back to the bank. We have good rates as well. We have the lowest rates on the market, and also if you're importing products, say maybe you're importing
in the manner. Mugisu who grew up from a different area, so I will not be able to take you through in Rugisu because it might be too long for us to understand. However, jokes aside, we are here for the main event. Definitely that is Girls Rising with Astar95. It is my time to congratulate you before the main event, but I believe it's already successful. I do not want to go through the protocols, but I want to appreciate each and everyone whoever has taken time to be part of this presser. We want to thank you. As MTN, definitely we stand in to support the local talent, home-baked talent, and the skills. And it is something that we are not yet to drop. That is something that is going to grow. It is a relationship that has started, that we have to see it grow. For us as MTN, we come in to simplify your lives. In terms of tickets, you just need to dial *165 *20 #OK, and you should be able to access your ticket. And then for those ones who have the MTN app, Momo app, you just go log in to your Momo app, and then you should be able to see buy ticket. You should be able as well to see 7 December Thatch Gardens. If you cannot see it, you can as well, there is a search space where you can write Girls Rising. You should be able to see the event and access your ticket ahead of time. No one wants to be part of the long queue. We all know that very many people are going to attend this event. Please secure your ticket as early enough. It is your time. Let's support our people. No one is going to support our people if we do not support them. It is us to raise them as part of our community. Many thanks.
That she carries in her head. Coming up with such an idea is not a walk in the park, and better still, keeping it with yourself when at one point it was almost being taken. My name is Jimmy Hasasha. I am the General Manager of Zion Microfinance. My director is actually the manager of Astar, MT Nkunwanda. Our mission as Zion Microfinance is to combat extreme poverty in the urban and the rural areas. And this is a mission that commensurates exactly with the Girls Rising mission. We believe that if we empower a girl child, we are actually empowering the whole nation. So in that direction, as Zion Microfinance, we decided that if we are to make a mark, let us also jump on the brain of Astar95, and we promote this activity. So come December 7th, we will be there as a team from Zion Microfinance to support our own. I have not moved with the entire team. They are still working, but we are a huge team and we are party animals. Zion Microfinance is located on North Road Mall, opposite North Road Primary School, and we do lending. We give you.
My name is Gideon Paul, representing Ocean Wheels. Ocean Wheels is one of the leading hotels here in Bali, as you know that. I want to appreciate Girls Rising for choosing Ocean Wheels for hosting the event. We are really so grateful. Ocean Wheels is located in Bugere Market. We offer a variety of services.
With the woman, we meet women in almost every situation. So we are glad to support the girls so that they can become rightful citizens. At the Udadili, we offer very many services.
It's me, your boy Shanjo. I go by Kamgisha Joe. A Chief Executive Officer at Loop Studios, Uganda. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm gonna be supporting the girls on 7th of December at Touch Garden.
Confirmed over. Susan. Hello.
Why are you not smiling?
Because you were
My name is Susan Wetete, and I'm really happy for Astar for this project, Girls Rising. Yeah, and she knows I'll always be here to be with her, to support her in every way. Thank you so much, Astar. I know I came late. Yeah, I know I came late, but yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy for the achievements that she's getting. I'm really so happy for her. So see you on 7th December at Touch Gardens.
That's an assurance. Thank you so much.
And no one decides for us. We do what we are supposed to do for our people to be happy. Just like I always say, if you play good music, you don't need to force us your music. So the same applies to this. If you're good to us, and also if you do the needful, we also have to respond positively. We are not against anyone. You know, some of us don't have peace outside there. But for us, we do what we are supposed to do for people. If Esther plays good music, I have to play. If anyone else also plays good music for people, you don't need to pay me or to be there for you, because at the same time, you may also be there for me at some point. We think
since Kutuleta wano, I really want to appreciate so much MTN, Zion Microfinance. Thank you for believing in a dream. Yeah, as MCs, Bambi, all I'm telling the people is to kereko mangu kuba line up nene nyo just muje mangu ife tuli redo bakuba
sesenza kuwaka luluko senenga mbeni kusabe tusigule ungulira kyesungulira kuzimeza azo meza ki iza kumukanga baba wamali okusigula wanywa
Now, a ticket here is good. Okay. Listen, I am buying a ticket of 1 million shillings. Where is my phone? My phone. Just tell me the line.
Take that for granted. In number ukusaswa kwa MTN na Airtel. It is 07. Please say yes. Sasa nasomera masaba kwa matuka 8 paka 13.
Amina.
Sasa ndo mwana wewe.
Aha, sasa.
Okay, I have accepted the invitation.
Amina.
Ineza. Utambire wonyene.
Abikozi.
We support you.
Abikozi. Baba, kulini gruna, kulini naji. Inaji.
Masi no but Moses tumuhe chinkunda. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Bayaya. Isandu mwana omasaba kechiri. Ate ndo mujisu. Ate sese no mukana soza kusoka kukala mumbale kechiri. Baba ndi kukusaba eti ngeso kolere muri mogo. I am requesting that you come as our guest of honor.
Amina.
We so love you as young people. Thank you so much, Honorable Umar Nangoli. Asa sule million yonyene yesiring.
Pasimire nanchi. Pasimire. Pasimire.
Thank you very much, Baba.
Thank you.